Chapter 3 of Adventures of the Teenie Weenies. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Adventures of the Teenie Weenies by William Donahey. Chapter 3. The Rain Came Down by the Thimbleful. When Zip, the little wild man, came to live with the Teenie Weenies, there wasn't a bit of room left in the old shoe house, so the kind-hearted Chinaman took the little chap into his teapot laundry. There was plenty of room in the old teapot, so here the two little fellows lived in great comfort, and Zip paid for his board by helping the Chinaman launder the Teenie Weenie clothes. Zip and the Chinaman had eaten a great deal of the Easter egg, and being tired and sleepy, they had retired quite early. While the little chaps lay dreaming in their tiny beds, a great storm came up, and the big raindrops came down by the thimbleful. The little men were awakened by the roar of the raindrops splashing on the roof, but they merely turned over in their beds and went to sleep again, for why should they worry about the storm when they were sheltered in a strong teapot? Presently the Chinaman was awakened by a queer bouncing of his bed, and to his great astonishment he found that he was floating about the room. The frightened Chinaman sat straight up, and as he did so he lost his balance and tumbled kersplash into the water. He quickly jumped to his feet and found that the water was just up to his waist. Next he groped about the room for some teeny weeny matches, and in a few minutes he lit a tiny candle. A wonderful sight met the little fellow's eyes, for all about the room chairs, tables, and things floated in great confusion. Zip lay snoring on his bed, which floated about, and the Chinaman had to shake him hard before he could be awakened. "Zippy, zippy, click, click!" shouted the Chinaman. "Wake up, click! Oh, suchy muchy wet!" Poor Zip was scared half out of his wits when he looked about the room, and it didn't take the two Teenie Weenies long to grab a few clothes and scramble up onto the roof, for the water was almost up to their necks and was rising fast. The rain had stopped, but it was pitch dark, so the little fellows could do nothing but put on their clothes and wait for daylight. The rest of the Teenie Weenie houses were not injured by the heavy rain, for they stood on the high ground, and the water ran off down the hill into the little hollow in which the teapot stood. The laundry was entirely surrounded by water, which was fully 14 teeny weeny feet deep, and as neither of the little men dared swim among the floating sticks, they were forced to wait until help arrived. Shortly after daylight, the Chinaman and Zip were discovered sitting on top of the teapot, and in a short time the Teenie Weenies came to their rescue. They made a raft out of a couple of clothespins, an old lead pencil, and some boards. Gogo and the Turk pushed the raft through the floating rubbish about the teapot, and soon landed the Chinaman and Zip on dry land. "Jiminy fishhooks!" exclaimed the dunce, who was much excited over the rescue. "When I go to bed tonight, I'm going to take a cork with me for a life-preserver." "Ollie say me savey irons!" cried the Chinaman, who had brought 2 of his flat irons through the flood. "It's a mighty good thing you held on to those irons," laughed the clown. "They might have floated away." The ground around the laundry was a sight when the water finally settled, for the Teenie Weenie woodpile was quite near, and pencils, matches, and many sticks lay scattered all over the ground. The Teenie Weenies carried 8 thimblefuls of mud out of the teapot, and in a short time the little folks had the laundry as clean as a billiard ball, for every one of the little people helped with all his might. End of Chapter 3. Read by Kara Schallenberg on Sunday, September 22nd, 2013, in San Diego, California.